Hello, Dave. How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Just got myself a cup of tea.
Yeah, me too.
It says the boss on it, so that's no reference to Bruce Springsteen, by the way.
Sherry's mug, that's fine.
This is the actual boss. Yeah, righto.
That in your mug.
It is. I bought it in Asda.
How come his lipstick on it then?
There's not. And if there is, don't tell my girlfriend.
So what have you been up to last time we spoke? Since we spoke?
Well, I got a new news story for you.
Yeah.
And the headline is, my girlfriend asked me to sleep with her twin sister, and I don't know what to do. So a man has taken to writing in, and because his girlfriend's sister has broken up with her boyfriend, and to help her get over the heartache, his sister came up with a great idea of letting him sleep with a twin. So he's a bit undecided.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, has she got to sleep with them together, or like a threesome, or apart, or
I don't know. It'd be all right just being there and videoing it, really, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Maybe we can get him on the podcast. Live streaming.
Yeah. Well, you're in Amsterdam. You get away with that when you're over there.
I'm not in Amsterdam.
You're close, aren't you? You close?
No, I'm fucking miles away.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, we thought you were fairly close.
To what, Amsterdam? No, I'm about 2 hours away on the train.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. It's a fair trek, isn't it?
A fair trek?
Yeah, it's a fair trek.
Is that a new ride at the fair?
That's right.
Have you heard of a fair trek?
How close are you to Belgium border?
Pretty close. Half hour, 45 minutes. I'm in sort of in the triangle. I am. They call it the triangle. So I'm between Germany and Belgium.
Okay.
So I'm at the bottom.
Yeah.
Not right at the bottom, because it goes off into a little bit of a fish leg.
Yeah.
A fish leg. The legs have fish, or the fish have legs.
I don't know if legs have fish.
So, but we're just above that, and we are sort of like 45, I would say about 40 minutes to the Belgian border, or we're 40 minutes to the German border.
Okay. So where's Spa circuit then? Spa Francorchamps.
Is that in Germany or is it in Holland?
Belgium Spa.
Oh. No idea, mate.
Okay.
So that's where I am.
Nice. Very nice. So yeah, what's appetizing and who we got on tonight?
Hang on a minute.
This afternoon or this morning?
I'm gonna move my book, because otherwise people know I'll be making notes, and then I'll be looking too professional. No, I don't want to do that. That's sort of like veers away from the whole
CHOPSING.
What's the word of the show?
Mentality.
I don't know what the word would be.
Ethos.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of persona, but
yeah, he was one of the three musketeers, wasn't he?
Oh, persona.
Ethos.
Oh.
With the other guy, the fragrance guy, Aramis.
Amaretto.
That's right.
So today we've got Autumn Killers.
Okay.
We've got Rob and Craig coming on.
Duncan.
I believe. Duncan, sorry. I don't even know. I don't even know if Craig is in the band.
Well, we don't know, do we? So they'll tell. I wonder if we'll have an exclusive, because they got a new drummer, so maybe we'll have an exclusive. I
hope his name's not Craig then.
Yeah, maybe you know something nobody else does.
So Rob and Duncan, sorry, yeah, Rob and Duncan.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I've seen Rob, but in a former band, so that'll be interesting to have a chat with him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, that was a good night. I was up with the Soap Girls. Okay, we've covered on a previous episode.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really want to go there.
I'm not allowed to go there. So there we go.
Well, we did. They did say they were going to come on the podcast, but I haven't heard anything from them since. So
Yeah,
maybe Sarah got in touch with them and warned them off.
Yeah, that's it. Or perhaps you want to sit on my shoulder when we're interviewing them. That'd be funny.
So yeah, not much else going on, I don't think.
No, it's been I've had quite a quiet week really. It's just lots of work. Weather's been pretty naff. Catching up a bit on Netflix and watched a few things on Netflix and Amazon. So there's a couple of new movies that are coming on there, so I might try and check them out.
Yeah.
So yeah, been a quiet week.
Is there any Formula One or anything on this weekend?
Yeah, Portugal this weekend, Formula One.
Is it the second race, or because I really fell out of following it?
Third. So Lewis won the first, and then Verstappen won the second.
Oh, so we're 1-1.
Yeah, so there's only 1 point between them. I didn't see the second race. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I think there was a bit of a hit or an altercation on the first lap, and then I think Lewis fell down a pecking order and worked his way back. I think, but our British lads doing well. Lando Norris for McLaren's doing really well. He's in third place at the moment in the championship. I think he might have picked up a third and fourth or something. So he's doing really well.
All right, okay.
Yeah, which is good because he's kind of like Lewis is 36, isn't he? So he's not going to be there forever, is he? So there's a couple of youngsters coming through now for Britain, which is good.
Yeah, I think he'll hang on for as long as he can, but
he'd be mad not to, wouldn't he?
Right? He'd probably try and get 10 world championships under his belt.
Yeah. The thing is, he is so good. I know Verstappen is very good, but everybody says it's the car, but he's just absolute quality. He's just world class, Lewis.
Yeah.
For me, he's the greatest of all time. Better than Schumacher, better than Senna. The guy's just phenomenal. I mean, he's just in a world of his own. Brilliant. So
okay. I don't know if I would go that far, but
oh yeah, definitely, I would.
But Schumacher's boy is racing as well now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's lagging up the rear at the moment, and the car's really underperforming and stuff. So
okay,
be interested to see whether he's as good as his dad.
Yeah. So, well, he hasn't got his dad to teach him at the moment, so
no, unfortunately,
don't really know what's going on with that situation.
I looked at it the other day, and it was like 7 years ago, maybe. He had his accident, and they just kept it under wraps, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've to do that. I think they've done really, really well.
Maybe he's already dead. Maybe he died a long time ago.
I don't know.
And to try and keep the legacy open.
I don't know. I can't imagine they do it. Did with Elvis, didn't they? They killed him off when he's still alive. I mean, he's down Porthcawl once a year on the Elvis Convention Week. He's bound to be mingling in with a crowd, don't he?
Yeah, with a Zimmer frame by now, I think.
That's it. Yeah. But no, it's funny how they've managed to keep it so quiet, really, on Michael Schumacher.
Yeah.
How they've done it, like
they haven't really released anything, have they? I think his wife has released 1 or 2 statements saying, "Leave us alone."
Yeah, that's it.
But apart from that, I mean, yeah, it's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, like John, I think it's Jean Todt was his ex-manager, and he released a statement saying that he'd seen him, and he's doing well, and that was kind of like it. So nobody really knows how he is.
No, I think they buried him with Prince Philip.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, because in fairness, I think people want to know how he is out of a nice way. Do you know what I mean? Because he was a respected driver and all that. So I think he's obviously accrued a mammoth amount of fans over the years, and they just want to know how he is. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. But
he was everybody's darling, really, wasn't he? Schumacher.
Yeah.
I don't think many people disliked him. So
I wasn't a massive fan. I appreciated how good he was, but I was kind of like always cheering on. I don't know why, but I cheered on David Coulthard, probably because he was British.
Yeah.
And he always had an excuse for why his car wouldn't do what he wanted it to do. You know what I mean?
In the good old British way.
Yeah. Mika Hakkinen sort of was like his only little bit of competition, really. You know what I mean? Because Schumacher at that time, he was just so good.
Yeah.
He was too good, a bit like Lewis has been for the last 7 years, really. So, Yeah, I mean, but the Ferrari was strong. But,
Yeah,
you know,
also, yeah.
yeah. So everybody always says it's down to the car, but it can't just be the car. It can't. It's got to be the guy's got to be good as well, haven't they?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's not like fucking jumping in a Mini, is it? And,
No, definitely
driving to the shops.
No, that's right. Just same as the MotoGP, they're all a bit special, aren't they?
Yeah.
How did Marquez do after? Because I know you said he was a bit nervous about getting on the bike.
I don't know. I didn't see any results.
Okay. Yeah.
I just sort of like lost all the racing sport.
Yeah.
Altogether. I don't know what was happening last Sunday, but
yeah. Okay. Oh, and it was me last night. Well, it might not have been last night. It might have been last week, actually. Worried about Man United and saying I'm going to need a drink, and they smashed Roma 6-2.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
absolutely smashed them.
Yeah, they were losing at half time, weren't they?
Yeah, 2-1 down. And then what happened? I wasn't there watching them, so I came downstairs, started cooking tea because Sarah rang us, didn't she, halfway through the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted me to cook, so I went downstairs. I started cooking tea, and as soon as I started watching them, they were inspired because they knew Dave was watching, and I was it then. It was just goal time. Amazing. Probably the best half of football I've seen Man United play since the Fergie era.
Oh, right, okay. High praise indeed.
Yeah, they were very, very good.
How did Arsenal get on? They lost, didn't they, 2-1?
They lost 2-1, but they did go down to 10 men.
Okay.
I think they came back, equalising, but I think I can't remember who they were playing actually. Villarreal, wasn't it? They scored in maybe the 85th minute or something.
Okay.
So, but hopefully, they'll still be good. Here we go.
Hello, guys.
All right, guys.
So here we are with Autumn Killers. 2 out of 3, I guess.
Yeah. 3 of us. Yeah, the one is not been disclosed yet.
Yeah, well, I just mentioned his name was Craig, so
Craig. It's Craig.
No, I said, we're going to be joined by Rob and Craig, and Dave was like, his name's not Craig, it's Duncan.
That's Rob, I'm Duncan.
Yes, right. don't confuse him anymore.
Well, I'm guessing the other member is PJ then.
Yeah.
We'll just get ready to rumble later.
So you guys doing all right?
We're good.
Yeah,
How are
good.
you?
Yeah, good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're really good. So how have you been finding COVID then?
I haven't had it.
I say, have you found it or has it found you?
Managed to steer clear of it.
Yeah, me too.
It's been tough. It's been a long 14 months.
It has.
But it's been very productive as far as we're concerned.
From the band point of view, we've done a lot.
We've written 17 tracks, I think.
Okay.
At least.
And there's 12 on the album.
Yeah, 12 on the album. So we've got new ones for the album after that as well.
But the album, the tracks for the album are sounding
huge.
They're just mind blowing.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's given us a chance to go down the route. If things had carried on as they were, we probably wouldn't have done, because we would have been out gigging, playing our EP, to people, and just working on that. This has allowed us time to sort of just properly develop.
Yeah. A lot of bands that we've been getting on have been saying the same sort of thing, to be honest.
Yeah,
seems to be a common theme. Yeah,
it's quite strange because you get bogged down in gigging and promoting your stuff. And our EP came out. Well, we finished it, recording it, about 2 hours before the country got locked down.
Literally, we finished it, and they said, "Ouch, bye, finished."
Studio was shut. So all of that, we had no chance to gig it
because we had to do some remixing, didn't we? A couple of weeks after, which was all done remotely. We couldn't just. They were basically sending stuff back and forth. We would go, yay, nay, whether it was okay or not. But
we never got to gig it really.
No, never played one gig with the new stuff.
With the new stuff,
when it had been out, and although it went well and people liked it and were buying it and streaming it, it didn't really get promoted. But sometimes when you're doing that, you get on that treadmill of just playing that stuff. This complete break allowed us to just really take it up. another level somewhere else.
What I think is weird as well now is the fact that we're probably not going to play any of the songs off the EPs live.
No,
Excellent
EP there. Good taste.
We might play Dance Floor Mayhem, but we might have to what I call it is Duncanizing. And it's basically I give it to Duncan, and he's the synth meister as well as being the guitarist as well. And he sort of chucks all lots of stuff on it and makes it sound pretty.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think because Chains is a quality track, so do you reckon you'll be playing that live when you start gigging? Because that's it. And like the acoustic, I just listened to the acoustic version because obviously you called me out a bit earlier on ordering your CD. So and the acoustic is really good, man. It's really good.
Thank you. Well, we wanted to do something different, didn't we, with the acoustic?
Yeah.
We wanted to give the songs a different side.
So that was acoustic, and then added in sort of the strings and stuff. I think really added something really nice to it.
Okay.
And I think I'd like if we did, because sometimes you get offered acoustic gigs, where you're not doing electric stuff. I think that EP, like Chains and all that, really suits the acoustic side. So
it's kind of weird, isn't it? A lot of people have said they preferred the acoustic EP to the full electric EP.
Yeah,
which is
strange.
Kind of weird, really, because it was supposed to be a rock band.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from then? Where are you from?
Well, I'm Newport.
Yeah, I'm from Philly, which is about 20 minutes away, really.
I know where that is. I'm from Cwmbran as well, so.
Cool.
Cwmbran, cool.
Awesome.
I live in Holland, but I'm from Cwmbran.
Oh, right, you're in Holland,
awesome.
are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
right.
mad.
Yeah, where in Cwmbran were you from then?
Cwmbran.
Well, I live in West Port Newydd. So,
right, okay.
Well, depends who I'm talking to. If they're rough and hard, it's West Port Newydd. If they're a bit more upper class, we call it Upper Cwmbran.
Yeah, right. You're on that verge there, just before the Queen. Yeah,
that's it. We're just under the Queens. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of like grew up in Green Meadow, really.
Right, okay. Yeah.
I was from Fairwater, then Coediva, and then Green Meadow. So.
Well, I sort of grew up in Crossy.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to school in Crossy then?
No. My dad worked for ICI, so I left there and went to Yorkshire.
Oh right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought you didn't have a Welsh accent.
No.
So I got thrown a bit. I was like, I'm sure these boys are from Wales, but
yeah. Moved to Yorkshire, then South Africa, back to Yorkshire, then Gloucester, and back to Wales.
Oh, right, okay. So you've been around a bit then?
Just a bit.
We're sort of a bit all over the place because my grandmother's Canadian, so I'm partly Canadian as well. So it was.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because you played some shows in Vancouver then, Rob?
Yeah. I did a couple of acoustic shows a few years ago in Vancouver.
Were you visiting your grandmother then, or were you living over there?
No, she passed away a few years ago. She did, but we got sort of. There's a weird. How can I say what it was? My grandmother used to have exchange students.
Okay, yeah.
This one exchange student actually lives in Canada. He owns a hotel. He's like a multimillionaire. But he stayed with her for 10 years, and he sort of treated her like his own mother. So when she wanted to go over to Ottawa, where she was born, he flew her over, British Airways first class.
Nice.
Over to picked her up in a limo at the airport, took her to her old house, and her old house now is just a gap between houses with nothing there.
Oh, no.
Which is like a bit of a disappointment for her. But after she passed away, we sort of kept in contact and stuff, and it's cool. He's how old is he now? He must be in his mid to late 50s, but he owns a 250 suite hotel in the middle of Vancouver.
No.
Oh, nice.
So I stayed in that for free.
So you can get him to fund your Canadian tour.
Yeah.
Well,
come out this day.
Well, yeah, definitely. We definitely play that.
Yeah. Duncan Salt.
I'm going.
I'll have a word with him.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So you've had some really, really good news in the last couple of weeks since you've signed with Skyfire Records.
Well, we actually signed a contract tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, is it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
put pen to paper.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's awesome news, that. This guy's brilliant. That's really good.
It's kind of weird that it's the first time we're meeting the guy for the label as well, because we've been with them since we sort of done the first EP, and they were basically done as a trial. We hadn't signed anything, and we were basically just seeing how it went. And because it sort of gradually got better, because the first EP it was okay, but the second EP it was weird because we'd done the cover of The Power of Love as well, which went down an absolute storm. It sort of gradually built up, so we thought, we'll give them a go and stay with them and see what we can do.
We've only spoken to them over Zoom before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Skype, whichever one it is.
Where are they based then?
He's based in London.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah.
And then what sort of other bands they got on the label?
They got all sorts. They got a lot of bands from different countries. There's hardly any bands they got from the UK, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's a few Scandinavian bands and stuff on there, and there's 2 Australian bands on the label as well. But yeah, they're pretty much all over the place. So hopefully some support gigs in Norway, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
I'll go anywhere.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And you've got and then obviously you've got your album. So you've not put a date yet on the album as to when that's coming out.
Well, we roughly October.
Okay.
We haven't got a concrete date because we haven't actually got a concrete date for the single either yet, because the single's going to be available to you guys and lots of other radio stations and stuff from, say, the 3rd week in July, I would have thought. And obviously we're gonna have something like 6 weeks or so between that and the release date of the single. So
it takes time.
Yeah.
You've got to get it to people, and
you've got to
build it up.
You've got to give it time, haven't you, for it to settle in on radio and stuff, and before we get everything else released as well, like obviously the video and which really exciting. It's going to be fun. But we're not telling anyone around what's happening with the video, but it's going to be
really cool.
Ace. It's going to be really rock and roll. Really.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Especially because the first track we're releasing is a really, don't let us swear. It's a really.
You can swear if you want to.
No, you can swear.
It's just fucking monstrous. It's honestly, it's so big. I said, what did I say? I said it was bigger than massive.
All right, okay. So it must be really huge, yeah.
It's
mega.
And it's really weird. It's
building
It's really weird because it's got so many elements of different people. Because somebody said one person said to me it sounded like Evanescence in bits.
Right.
Another person said it sounded like Eminem.
Yeah.
So it's like really confusing because there's elements of all sorts in there because Duncan has sort of been fiddling around with synths and keyboards and stuff. It's created some weird and wonderful sounds.
Yeah.
Cool.
All sorts of genres. It's not just pure out rock.
Yeah.
There's bits of almost from the dance genre as well.
Okay.
Or atmospheric, cinematic bits in places as well. So.
Yeah, well, it's how people interpret it, isn't it?
Yeah,
if they listen to it.
But guitar-wise, it's probably heavier than the EP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A bigger, heavier sound. More polished, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Polished. Yeah, because quite a lot of the EP was quite grungy, dirty garage rock sounding. I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't metal or anything like that. Obviously, it was quite a gritty sound to it. I think it's more polished now, heavier, and more harmonies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Who's produced it for you then?
There's a guy in Neath. He used to run a studio called the Boneyard, and he's now actually created his own new studio by himself. So we're actually going to be the first band in there. So we're the sort of guinea pigs.
He's really, really good producer.
He's really, really good. He'll make me re-go and do vocals about 20 times if it's not right.
Yeah.
He'll keep sending me back. It'll be like Def Leppard Hysteria.
Excellent. Is it the same guy that did your that mastered your EP?
No. Oh yeah.
Oh, different time.
He mastered it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know. Because he was been in his own band as well, hasn't he? So
He was. Yeah. That was. What was the band he was in? There was
Lethargy.
yeah.
That's it.
But the other band. What's the other band? There was a couple of members of that band put another band together, didn't they?
Buffalo Summer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I met Phil.
Yeah.
Because they had like a reunion gig, didn't they?
Maybe. Yeah. It's on.
Well, I keep saying it's last year, but with COVID, it's probably 2 years ago.
Yeah,
3 years ago now.
Yeah. Well, it's like 14 months since we've done a gig.
I know.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, because the first gig I saw you at, Rob, was you were in Reese. At that time.
That's cool.
And it was in the Dragonfly, and you were supporting, or the first act before the Soap Girls. And you did say you were going to get your tits out because you felt you needed to compete with the Soap Girls. So, and I said to Terry about it because we've discussed it on a previous podcast, and it's probably the messiest night I've ever had. So I did say to Terry, if I met Rob, I would probably completely off my game that night, and it's probably not a good time to have met him, to be honest.
It was carnage. There was guys going around in nappies and all sorts.
Yeah, that was David and his mates.
Was me.
It was a strange night. I always find it strange to that venue though, especially when we play there, because the sound guy, this girl, she just stands there like she's like not interested at all. It's really funny. You say, "Oh, come sit down," and she go. It's comical, but yeah. I think they're reopening actually, because I think I've seen some photos. Nick's been putting on Facebook of ripping out the bar and
that's
doing
right,
bits and pieces. So I think he will be reopening, which is cool.
Yeah. I think about June. So yeah, perhaps you guys can play up there again, and because it's my back door, isn't it? So it's ideal for me.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to speak to Nick anyway.
Yeah. So I know you got a tour. You've already announced a tour this year, haven't you? So it's your Back Live from the Dark Side tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's obviously promoting your new album. So you're going to be playing it before the album comes out.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It'll only be probably the first two singles of the album.
Well, I think the first single will be out.
The first single will be out. Maybe
by the time we play Romantics.
Maybe the second one won't be out until November.
Yeah.
But that track's completely different as well.
Okay.
That's another.
Yeah.
Sure that's cool.
Well, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I've made my mind up already.
Have you? Oh, right.
I didn't tell you.
I don't know about this.
How long have you actually been? How long have you actually been the Autumn Killers then? Because I think you've done quite a lot, Rob.
Well,
we probably got first met up together about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it is.
It's weird because you're writing off a year, really.
Yeah, it's back then.
Yeah, it's really strange to think about it.
We had some strange times in the first few months of the band. I think probably it's 2.5 years if you think about the COVID as well.
I thought it was around about March, early April we met.
2019.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be. But yeah, it probably was actually.
Yeah.
But
we've had
a few interesting drummers.
Okay.
To say the least.
Okay.
It's been in very, very interesting.
Yeah. And we've sort of fiddled around with lineups, and now we've actually finally settled on a three-piece that
really solid.
That are really, really solid and
group, and we all get on and we go.
We all just take the piss out of each other, really.
Yeah.
Which is all it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it.
We all get on and really nice.
It
properly feels like a band now as well.
Really, what's the word? Harmonious. Yeah.
That's nice. That's sweet.
Yeah, I think
give it time.
Yeah. Yeah, until now it sort of felt like yeah, we were a band, you know, so we had 4 members, 1.3 members. But it's always been the central core of me and Rob, and it hasn't felt like a band. Now it really properly does.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because at one stage, because we didn't have a drummer. At one stage, we were just going to go out as me and Duncan, and everything else on our backing track.
Yeah,
and,
you know, just because getting the right person was seeming impossible.
Yeah, and you know,
but wouldn't let that, you know,
no,
let us stop us. We'd get away with it, I think.
Obviously, we'll still probably use a few bits and pieces as backing regarding the keyboards and stuff, because you know. You haven't got 4 hands, so you know, are we?
That'd be impressive, playing the guitar and the keyboard.
Yeah. But there might be some piano introduced live as well, because over the last year I've been learning piano over lockdown as well. So
okay.
Yeah, so there might be some of that.
He's getting all right as well.
Chucked in.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm probably better on piano than I am on bass, really. But,
do you think it's easier?
I didn't like to say that.
Do you think it's easier to learn the piano than after you've already learned to play the guitar?
Probably, yeah, I would say, yeah, a little bit, yeah, I would think. I will say though, it's easier to write songs on piano than it is on bass.
Yeah.
Bass is difficult.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Write the new song. Dun, 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 dun.
Check the melody and
cheers for that, Rob. What should I do with that?
That's how they wrote Warhead, wasn't it, by the UK subs?
That's it.
Yeah.
My bass lines are just like Billy Sheehan, who just had one hand chopped off.
So then if we go back to your tour, and it's all culminating at Planet Rockstock, which is huge.
Yeah.
That is massive, that is, guys. Massive.
You know, for a band that's this young, for us to get on that is like,
that's
phenomenal. I just want to thank John Norman. I was going to say John Norum then.
Yeah.
That was from Europe. Just want to say massive thanks to John Norman for putting us on there. I've pestered him for years.
Yeah.
And he's, I think I finally grinded him down a bit, I think.
Yeah.
He does like the stuff as well, which is great. And there's some amazing bands on that.
We're really lucky with that. That is huge.
Yeah.
Go on, Ted. Go on.
I was going to say, I think it's probably because your name is pretty cool, actually. Autumn Killers. How did you come up with that?
Well, we were just pissing around with names, and I went into this thing called Band Name Creator.
Oh, right. I used to use that.
And I just put all these random names like Autumn, all sorts in, and it come up with all this list, and then I was right near the bottom. I think it was one before the bottom. It said the Autumn Killers, and I thought, well, send that to the guys, see what they think.
Yeah,
just went from there.
Yeah,
because it's so hard to find a name.
Oh,
it's just
like the hardest bit about being in a band. I think it's coming up with a name.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
exactly. But it's cool. It's worked out well. I've tried to sort of bring in elements of sort of Game of Thrones and stuff to try and sort of.
Okay.
Autumn is coming, and
it's good. Because even on the acoustic track, you got automized.
I know.
Yeah. Music. I thought, because I was writing it down. I thought, if I wrote that down, is he put an N in it or not? Or I thought it was well cool. I screwed.
That's a word we completely made up.
You have been automized.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. I think you need to claim that straight away, guys. You need to claim it.
We didn't get it in the Oxford.
We got automized and Duncanized as well.
Yeah, I think could be some cool merch coming out with it's been automized, I think.
Yeah, you have been automized.
Funny enough, we have got some cool merch coming out as well.
Yeah,
we got
a t-shirt with that on. You have been automized.
That would be quite good on the back.
Yeah.
Tour t-shirt for next year.
Automized tour.
Get credit for that, Dave.
Yeah, that's it. We'll have a bit of credit for that.
We'll get some free t-shirts out of it.
We'll send you a t-shirt for that.
Cool. I was just going to say, though, with the Planet Rockstock, I went 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and the stage that you're playing on, for the first few years, it was always quite quiet in that venue. The last time I went there was people queuing up, and they would only allow them in as people were coming out. It was
Really?
absolutely rammed in there.
Awesome.
So it's you're going to have lots and lots of
I think we're
publicity. Are you opening as well? Are you?
we're open in the day as well,
Oh,
so
that's good. That is cool.
should be pretty cool.
Yeah, I was talking to Terry about what I said because I watched Chris Barris there, and then the following year Chris Barris was on the main stage.
Yeah.
So and I think Chris may have opened as well. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it is huge, guys. It's absolutely huge, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
We
really chuffed about that one.
got a couple of really, we're starting off in Blackpool, which for Rockmantics on the road, and with Raz White, who organises what's the festival he organises? Is it Winterfest?
Oh, Winterfest, is it? Okay.
Yeah. He runs that as well. So yeah, that's going to be really good. But the next day we're playing in Wildfire Festival in Scotland.
Okay.
So that's going to be a trek, man.
Yeah.
Blackpool to Scotland,
and then
and then back home then for the rest.
Yeah. It's definitely way to go, guys. Festivals, because it's that's where I've picked up, to be honest. Over the last, because I couldn't, I've sort of like missed music for a long time when you're a parent and you've got kids and you can't get out and about. And then as soon as I started getting out and about, as soon as I started going to these festivals, it's amazing how many cool bands you've never heard of.
Yeah.
And then and then you mentioned Buffalo Summer. I started following Buffalo Summer as a result of that. I saw you up at Dragonfly, and that's why I'm listening to Autumn Killers. Do you know what I mean? So it's amazing how it happens, isn't it? And then it just cascades from here, then, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's weird because we haven't had a chance to build a fan base at all.
Not really.
We've got fans online, but none of them have seen us live.
Yeah. We've done how many gigs we done? 6 or 7 gigs. That's it. That's what we've actually had a chance to do. Last year just got destroyed gig wise.
Yes.
We had a lot booked. But
the last gig we played was in Fuel, wasn't it? For it was
Metal to the Masses.
Yeah.
And we're not a metal band, so we didn't. We
went down really, really well, but we just weren't a metal band, so we weren't going to get selected. It was obvious that, but we had good fun. We sold.
It was great.
Sold some merch as well.
Yeah,
so
it was great.
It wasn't a bad night.
It was a good night. That.
We ended up headlining, didn't we?
Pardon?
We ended up headlining that night.
Yeah. So, naming no names, somebody broke down on the M4 and had to be picked up with the AA.
All right.
And the lovely AA man dropped me outside Fuel about 2 minutes before I had to get on stage.
Right. Good timing.
So I literally ran in, jumped on stage, and played.
Well, like I said, he had a stormer.
It was great.
Well, you got no time for nerves then, have you?
No, it was a great gig. It was absolutely brilliant.
I think when you got too much time to think about it, then that's the worst time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's funny. That was.
It was.
He was having a bit of a panic.
I was like stressed out to the hilt. I was like,
where is he?
Where is the guitarist?
Okay, sorry, I'm still on the side of the M4.
So do an a cappella when.
Be like a bass solo of 3 notes or something.
So I said to Terry earlier on, what's really cool about you guys is we picked you up so early into your journey. So I said what would be nice now is for us to sort of like keep touching base every now and again.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Maybe once you've done your first gig, we can have another chat. And then
definitely.
I was going to Planet Rock, but I sold my tickets because I got really fed up of waiting for all these festivals. Which I'm gutted. I wish I hadn't done now. So I'm going to try and get some tickets. But if I can, obviously I'll be able to catch you guys there as well because I was looking forward to watching it. But unfortunately, I'm not there at the moment. Unless you can get me backstage or something, and I can always sneak in.
Well, if you want to be a roadie or something, yeah.
I know you're talking.
You carry your drumstick.
That's right.
We've got about 45 roadies now at the moment.
I might bring out the big up.
That's it.
I was reading on your bio, Rob, that you touched into management for a bit.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And you got a band signed to V2.
Yeah.
So we got something in common there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did a bit of management as well. I actually got a band signed to V2 10 years ago.
Who was that?
I don't know who your band are. My Red Cell. I've never heard of them, but what sort of music were they?
Well, they sounded a bit. They sounded like the White Stripes, to be honest.
Okay.
But it was really weird that what I heard after I'd gone, because V2 basically wanted their management to manage them. So
they did that with me.
I basically got paid off, which wasn't great because it only just about covered what my expenses were. But after that, I found out that the singer, they had their expenses up front, and the singer done a runner with the money.
Oh God!
Oh right, okay.
So they managed to track him down and beat the shit out of him, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, because my cousin was actually the bass player, which
right, okay.
Made it even more awkward when the management wanted to take over. But we had some weird times because we stayed in the Columbia Hotel in London.
Yeah.
This little story for you. And obviously you know about the Columbia Hotel because of Oasis crashing through the reception and all that. And these guys, this guy, Kevin Duran, I think his name was the A&R guy for V2, and he turned up with some stuff, and the guys ended up like I can't mention stuff, but the guys went absolutely mental. The drummer was running around the hotel naked, and got chased by this guy who was actually supposed to be running in the London Marathon the next day. So I think he done 2 marathons. The bass player ended up head down in the bath. It was carnage. It was absolute carnage. It was really strange. And I remember we were coming back from Sheffield once, and I was driving because of being the manager. I had to do all the shit jobs. So I was driving back, and they were literally off their faces again. And we were pulling off the M4 to get onto the M50 on the slip road, and the drummers decided to open the door while we were doing about 40, and just decided to jump out.
Oh my God.
And then he went rolling down the hill, so we had to pick him up. He was like bleeding all over the place, but he was laughing. So he had fun.
Yeah.
But I had some strange stories with them. Really, really bizarre. It was interesting doing management. Yeah, but to me, it was weird because there was another band that I was almost going to get signed, and it was between this band and this other band, and the other band was that band that done "What's That Going Over the Hill?"
The Automatic. Yeah.
It was basically between them and my band, and they got picked over us. But I took them up to Scotland, and another funny little story. The guitarist was a bit of a ladies' man, like. And this girl, he got off his face as usual, and he phoned this girl because he was living in Bristol, and he said, "Oh, meet me at the Travel Lodge." And apparently, there's 3 travel lodges in Bristol. So she goes, "Okay." So she goes to the one travel lodge. You on there? So she phones him up. She says, "Where are you?" And he goes, "Oh, at the travel lodge." So she goes, "Okay." So she goes to the second one, not there. And she goes, "Oh, where are you?" He goes, "I'm at the travel lodge." And she goes, "Okay." She goes to the third one, and she rings him up, not there. And he goes, "Oh, for God's sake, I'm at the travel lodge in Glasgow." He went, "Oh shit," and put the phone down on her, which is just completely mental. the next morning we actually found him on the roof. It was a bit like The Hangover.
Oh right, yeah.
Minus the bed sheet and everything, but that was another completely mental band. I don't know. I think that's why I decided to quit management, because I
Let's go back into playing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the wrong side of the party.
Yeah, but it was good fun. But to be honest, when I was going to gigs, I was sat there watching them and I was thinking, I should be doing that already.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And that's another reason why I packed it in and decided then to go back into music. And that's when I put Reese together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So how long ago was that, the Reese?
Must be about four or 5 years ago. We originally put that together, but it went through a really weird stage, and that's why we split up, because at the time the drummer's missus was really ill and she had cancer, and the guitarist's mother was dying as well, and it was a really strange time. It was we just decided it was better off just to call it a day, because nobody's head was in the right place.
Yeah, stressful, isn't it, mate? Stressful, yeah.
And I was probably stressing them out as well, because I used to people out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm like very focused, and
enthusiastic.
Yeah. Very enthusiastic. Yeah. I want everything to happen yesterday.
Mm-hmm. No patience whatsoever.
No.
It's no good being in the record industry.
Honestly, in the past, sometimes I'd be like, well, why is that band on that doing that gig and we're not? That's not fair. I'd be like that, and, you know. No, I just go with it now. But back then, when I was in Reese, I was like paranoid like that. I was just like really, really like fed up, because bands were getting gigs and we weren't getting gigs, and I was doing a lot of the work because the bands thought that social media didn't really matter. And you know, it was so stressful. It was really stressful. But with these guys, they're willing to pitch in and stuff, and it's great. It takes the pressure off of me as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So focus on the music then.
Well, yeah, exactly, and that's the
most important thing when it comes down to it.
That's what we've been doing, and I think me and Duncan really work well together, because you know, I come up with vocal melodies all the time, and I just send him something via phone. He goes, "What the hell is this?" I just go on the phone, and it's like,
but you can work with that.
Well, yeah, we work, and then he sends me a guitar line like a couple of hours later, and I go, "How the hell do you make a guitar line out of that?" But it works really well, and we bounce off each other really well, because we both got the same studio program. We can chuck ideas like you know, because of COVID and everything, for a lot of the last year we haven't been able to see each other, so you know,
been emailing backwards and forwards.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the way the album's been written, basically.
Yeah.
We haven't really rehearsed it yet.
No,
which is going to be interesting.
So when do you think your first rehearsal will be then?
2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not this week. I mean next week.
Yeah.
No, okay. In the studio for the first time.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, really looking forward to it.
Such a long time now.
Yeah, cranking everything back up. It probably all exploded as we used for so long.
That's it, yeah.
I'll have to remember if I stood next to how loud you have your bass on.
Duncan, can you hear this?
You're gonna have to get yourself some good earplugs.
Yeah. No, I need them.
It's weird. I don't wear earplugs, but he does, because of the bass. I just like to be loud, don't I?
Yeah. It's loud and it's loud.
It's loud and it's turn it down.
There's like gig volume, and then you put it in a small practice room. Yeah.
Well,
You play, same volume.
I just have one volume for everything.
It's all right. That's the way to go, isn't it? You know where you are, then, Rob.
I think it's a bit different with this material, though, because I can't overpower everything, because there's so much going on. You won't believe.
Yeah.
When you listen to the new stuff, you'll be like, "What was that?" Go back and have a listen again. There's so many little intricate little things going on in the sounds and everything. It's just really good.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited about the
I can't wait to hear it finished now properly.
It'd be good.
I think by far it's the best. It's the best thing I've been involved in writing wise. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you actually rehearsed with your new drummer yet then?
Sort of. We've
Sort
already
of.
played, but we haven't actually all played together.
Ah, right, okay.
He's set up in Duncan's living room.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that's where his drum kit is.
Just to annoy Duncan.
Yeah, exactly. I finished teaching and I've got time for a nap now.
No, he's a superb drummer.
Yeah.
With and that's going to come across really, really well on the album, because the drummers we've had in the past have been quite ordinary and novice, which it's worked for what we've done. But
it was lacking a certain dynamic in the drums. I always thought the EP did.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you always need a good drummer, man.
Yeah, we've got that now. So, and knowing what we're going to do, what we've been working on putting together, we've made the drums a lot more complicated. Whereas, if we'd had the drummer before, we couldn't have done that.
No,
you couldn't have done it.
There's no way you'd be able to pull off some of the drums we're doing.
Yeah, so we've knowing where we were going to do and possibly waiting for the right person. It's allowed us to write that more complicated stuff, because we know whoever we pick to get in will be able to play it.
Yeah.
And that was the aim of it. So,
yeah. Is the drummer local, so you'd be able to practice a lot, or local drummer, is that?
Local as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking with Rob's Canadian connections, maybe Neil Peart is not actually dead.
That would be nice.
Yeah. And it's not, the drums aren't that complicated.
Don't expect me to accent what he does on bass. I would be singing as well if it was. But I do like Rush, actually.
Yeah, they did some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a bit of a mega band, weren't they?
Yeah.
Songs.
They said on Facebook, somebody said on Facebook about what drummer would you have in Rush if it wasn't Neil Peart? And I was like, no one.
Copeland.
You can't really replace him.
Copeland.
Stuart Copeland,
Brilliant.
Yeah, Copeland's amazing as well.
He's outstanding, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or maybe Mike Portnoy.
I don't know who he is. Who is he?
Dream Theater's drummer.
Oh, right, yeah.
Maybe him. He could probably put it off, but there's not that many, I don't think.
Yeah.
But if you had another drummer in there, it wouldn't be Rush, because he brought that sort of something, didn't he? That again, the three of them just gelled as a unit to come out with what they did.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, same as the Police, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
superb. I seen them in Hyde Park a few years back when Sting had a beard, and they were. It was just when they come back, actually, because it was Hard Rock Calling.
Okay, yeah.
In Hyde Park, and they had the Bangles supporting, who were actually superb. I was really taken back by the Bangles.
I'm a fanboy of them, mate. Yeah, definitely the Bangles.
Actually, surprisingly good.
Susanna Hoffs, yeah.
Surprisingly good and surprisingly hot.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
But
go on, sorry.
Yeah, the Police live was superb.
Yeah.
Stuart Copeland's drum solo was immense, because he was literally standing up doing it. It was like, what?
Andy Summers is brilliant.
Oh, Andy Summers is superb. Yeah. They were all really good. Sting was good as well. Vocals was spot on. Didn't put a note out of place. It was like sickening.
Yeah. I've seen the Police on quite a few occasions, and usually they're chasing behind me.
Yeah.
That's a typical Valley's attitude.
Yeah, you sang a song about him. It's called Chains.
That was after the fight.
there's a bit of a theme with it, isn't it? Fight, chains, dance floor mayhem.
Yeah.
Every sort of way of getting locked up.
Yes.
Wait a minute now, by you.
Yeah.
Your childhood tale, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So who would you say are your main musical influences then, guys?
We will be very different on this.
Yeah, we will be. Well, I'm a lot from a lot of 80s rock, but I'm a massive fan of like Shinedown, and I think that's where sort of the elements of keyboards have sort of worked quite well, because it sort of relates a little bit to the Shinedown sound.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, the Shinedown. I like a bit of Alter Bridge, Avenged Sevenfold,
Yeah.
stuff like that, really.
They're doing all right, aren't they?
Yeah.
You're all right.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Duncan?
I'm very different to that. So my musical idol would be Bowie. I think
Okay.
everything he did is just genius. But maybe apart from a couple of albums in the 80s. But you can forgive people what they did in the 80s.
Yeah.
But then I love all the synthy stuff like Depeche Mode,
Okay.
and then Radiohead, all that innovative, really strange, slightly out there stuff.
So you're a bit of a weirdo then.
Yeah. I would have called myself an indie kid at one point, but yeah. If people haven't heard of them, I probably like them.
Yeah.
Making a noise and people go, "What the hell's that?" And I went, "It's good, isn't it?" That's me. Yeah. So like The Fall and people like that. I think.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, very strange, but then I like the rockier stuff as well. Obviously, I mean, I'm a guitarist.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like, that's where it goes, isn't it? It is where it goes. Yeah.
Territory.
Yeah.
But if you think back to the rocky sound Bowie had on like Ziggy Stardust with Mick Ronson, that's where a lot of that sort of comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
One or two guitars to play on. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
It's
I
good.
play all sorts. I go from anything from the old blues, acoustic blues, right up to thrash metal, extreme metal, and all that. Although that being said, I like people like Arch Enemy, sort of melodic, speed metal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite like that.
So it's funny to talk about heavy stuff. I was listening to a track by Bring Me the Horizon recently, a track called Obey, and it sort of kind of made me think of our stuff, because it had lots of synthy keyboards in and stuff like that. But it was really rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another big influence for me would be 9 Inch Nails as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I do take quite a lot from that, because he's just a genius.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So you're going to have, quite interested in what you're going to sound like.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of a mix there, isn't there?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So who's your idol?
My idol, Bowie.
Bowie said, yeah.
Bowie.
Yeah.
I picked up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, apart from, what was that album, Jump, they say? That's awful. Tonight wasn't very good, but anything before and after that, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll probably laugh at mine.
Go on.
Kip Winger.
Who?
Kip Winger.
Who's Kip Winger? I've never heard of him.
Well, there was a band in the 80s called Winger.
Right. Okay.
He was the lead singer, sort of stroke bass player.
Yeah. Okay.
They were a pretty big band in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kit Winger, I never fucking heard of him.
You haven't either of him?
What the fuck are you on about? I think you're taking the piss. Taking the piss here, Steve.
I think that's cool, because I was sort of like when I talked to Terry about my music idols. So my ultimate music idols are Little Angels, which nobody has heard of, and the lead singer is Toby Jepson.
What?
Have you heard of them?
Yeah, of course I have.
Oh, okay, but
I'm friends with Toby.
Yeah, but I went to Scarborough on holiday, but nobody has heard of them. And to me, they are absolutely phenomenal driving. But it's amazing. You sort of like have little niche audiences, don't you? So like, I bet Kip Winger, they had a massive following as well, but there would be a specific sort of set of people like you, Rob, to listen to them.
Oh, you know, Winger were a big band in the 80s. You know, they really, you know, they had US #1 singles and all sorts. So you know,
it's funny how you can just sort of miss a band and not be aware that they ever existed somehow. And then suddenly you come out later and go, how did I miss that band?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, it's weird. It's weird that a guitarist from Winger is now in Whitesnake as well,
All right.
and has been for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm going to check.
What's Red Beach it is. And
You don't believe him?
I know. And what's
Google.
what's quite funny is because David Coverdale's voice is a bit sort of now, he sounds just like David Coverdale, so he basically helps David Coverdale out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean?
So he played with Alice Cooper.
Yeah. On funny enough, on one of my favorite Alice Cooper albums, Constrictor.
Okay, yeah.
And that's going back it.
Yeah, I like a bit of Alice Cooper myself.
Yeah.
Last song I taught just now was Poison by Alice Cooper.
Fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Smooth.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can't wait to get these guys back on the road, man. You know, get this COVID restrictions lifted and
yeah, it's going to be nice to get back out.
Oh, yeah. You know, I think at our first gig, I'm going to take a moment and just take it all in and think, you know, shit, I've missed this.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
at least 18 months since we last played.
Yeah.
By the time we step on our stage again.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I'm gonna be the same because obviously I can't play for shit, so I'm always down in the pit. I always got to be front and center, looking at the lead singer and thinking, how the fuck does he do that on the guitar and all that? Do you know what I mean? So you know, I can't wait because I've really missed my music. Really missed it.
I really don't understand what I do on the bass, to be honest, but it seems to sound in tune. So.
You were all right, Buck. When I seen you up the Dragonfly, you were smashing the shit out of it, then slapping the bass.
Oh, funny enough, we have got on the new album, we have got another track that's got slap bass on it.
Have you? Cool.
I was surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised as well.
Yeah.
I was surprised I could play it. But you know, it's another. We've looked at all the tracks on the album, and we've come to the conclusion that there's probably 10 singles on it.
Okay.
Out of 12 tracks that are on the album.
And the other two you could release as singles.
You could probably still release them as singles anyway, but you know. Tracks that really stick in your head and are really commercial and really, you know, you can tap your foot to.
Yeah. Oh, good.
We just hope everybody else likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worry.
If no taps their foot was stuffed really.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
But we think it's good anyway.
But I you know, I think you probably agree. I think this is like a step up by about 1,000% compared to the EP.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, cool. That's going to be awesome.
Another level completely.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, when I sent some of the tracks to the guy from the studio, he was like, "Oh my god!" He was like, "Oh yeah, got to do this." So
brilliant.
Yeah. He was really taken back because he'd listened to the EP, the other EP. He just thought it was going to sound like that.
Yeah, he was wrong.
Yeah, totally wrong.
Yeah. So where are all the venues then for your tour this year? I'm just thinking if there's one close to me-ish.
Well, we're playing Mayfest. That's in Wolverhampton, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's in the Gifford Arms.
Okay.
Stoke.
There's one in. Is there one in Stoke? I don't know.
I can't remember.
Ilfracombe's a bit far away, probably.
Yeah. Ilfracombe and then
Planet Rockstock. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't want to book any gigs in organised by us because we just didn't know what was going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
So we just thought we'd leave the gigs that had been reorganised from last year, all the festivals, and we just left them there.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens now as restrictions get lifted. I mean, we still don't really know when live music's going to be back.
No.
And I think it's going to be harder for the smaller venues to get it back out.
Yeah, because you can't social distance, can you?
Yeah, exactly. And if they do, say you'll end up with 10 people in there.
Yeah.
And that's just not fair on the venues. Just can't.
For like place like Hangar 18 and stuff like that in Swansea, they couldn't live on just 20 people in there.
No.
It's not even worth it.
For fuel in Cardiff, you'd probably only be able to have about 10 people in there.
Yeah.
A lot of it they're doing like tables as well. So you've got to sit at the table.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
You're not allowed to. Well, even at the minute, you're not allowed to have anything on so loud that it makes people have to shout.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
That's part of the rule. Why bands can't play, because you're not allowed to shout. So what chance do you have? You can't even have music on in the pub or outside in the pub loud, so people have to raise their voices over top of it.
Okay.
So, where that leaves us, for actually getting back in a lot of the smaller venues.
The thing is, I think we're almost at herd immunity now. So almost. What is it? 75%? They said, I think it is.
We're pretty close to me because they've the injections.
Yeah, it's looking good, but I think you can't be too careful.
No.
Because of what happened in India.
Yeah.
They thought they'd nailed it.
Well, they did. They killed about fucking 4 million Indians.
Yeah, they have now.
Yeah, but it's got January time. They're going, we're sorted now.
It seems like China is trying to kill off everyone by the time.
It's gone nuts in Turkey again now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's like we were talking earlier. It's like it seems to be a clever virus.
Yeah, and it by the time, and the problem with how long it takes to sort of filter through, by the time you realise it's going on, it's almost too late. It's 2 weeks afterwards, and then it's just gone nuts. And the last thing we want to do is get locked down again. That would be devastating.
No. I think because they said about they've got a load of more Pfizer jabs that they can sort of tweak as a booster. So if there's another sort of wave, they can shove all of these Pfizer jabs at everyone. And
because they're talking about doing autumn immunisation now for the vulnerable groups, aren't they? So that's a good idea.
We could sort of bring sort of the autumn killers into that.
Yeah. I was just thinking, and that's that word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once you've had the injection, you've been automised.
Yeah. You have to write a song, The Autumn Unkillers, for COVID. COVID themed.
Well, funny enough, the first single is very COVID themed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to tell you the name of it.
Yeah.
It's got 19, is it? Yeah, 19.
No, 19 million.
No, on a serious note, we just don't know what's going on with this virus, and does anybody? That's the problem,
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I think the only people that seem to know what's going on with the virus is New Zealand.
They've smashed it, haven't they?
They've had live gigs back for like 2 months now.
Yeah.
And I saw one on I think it was on Facebook or something, and there was thousands there. Absolutely thousands there.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the UK really could have done the same thing. They could have just shut everything down, shut all the airports down, stop anybody coming in and out. Well, they try that anyway, but the Africans still keep getting across the water. But try and stop everything, and then, if there's nobody coming in and out, there's no real chance of it spreading like wildfire. You can limit the number of cases quite easily.
Yeah. The problem is, I think as well, that you have the government on like a Monday, they'll say, India's really bad now, so we're going to just shut everything down from 4 a.m. on Friday.
Yeah.
Like, what about the other 4 days?
Yeah.
Everyone get a flight quick back now, so you can.
Well, they did. They tried to put on extra charter planes to get more people back.
Did they?
Yeah.
But then if you the problem has always been if you close it down too quickly, people will then complain because you closed it down too quickly.
Yeah.
And
You can't win.
nah.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't want to have been prime minister during this period. Well, never ever anyway. But
No, especially with that haircut.
yeah. What's wrong with my haircut?
I don't know who was worse, him or Donald Trump.
Well, yeah. It's I know we were joking in America for them having him, and then we ended up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I know.
I did watch the new season of Spitting Image, and if you haven't seen it, you definitely got to watch it because him and Donald Trump and Boris in this what was it, sauna eating KFC is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
All right, I'll have to have a look at that.
It's comical. It's really, really funny.
I will check it out.
They get like this COVID virus goes in and starts chatting to him, and they say, "Oh, how are you doing, COVID? Oh, I killed so many people this week." And it's like so wrong, but it's funny. It's just, yeah.
It's just genius.
Yeah, and they rip the piss out of the royal family as well.
Yeah. They did all that back in the 80s, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Oh, Ronald Reagan and all that, and Maggie.
Yeah. Easy targets, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Brown John Major with his peas.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Grey, sorry, not Brown. Oh, Brown.
One of the best ones on there is Corbyn.
All right.
It's so funny. He's got a funny shaped nose, put it this way.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can imagine it.
You gotta watch it to see.
Yeah. We will check that out. I'll have to check it out.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
so,
we'll check it out.
Yeah. So one last question from you then. If you could collaborate with anybody in the world, live or dead, who would that be?
Duncan. I can't say that.
Obviously.
I'd probably like to do a rock opera with Kip Winger.
Okay. I know who he is now.
Yeah, so do I.
That's a great choice.
And I'm going to go really odd. I'd like to have a jam with Muddy Waters.
Okay.
Oh, that's
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, because he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's the reason I love Telecaster guitars.
Would you do blues?
Yeah.
He would do blues. He would do blues. Oh yes.
No, do a metal album with Muddy Waters.
Yeah, no, just the way he plays. Magnificent.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, guys.
And I'll just say that because in Holland, chicken, the word for chicken is kip.
Cool.
So he's chicken wings.
That's why I thought Kip Winger. I thought you were taking the piss.
Well, funny enough, his real name actually does begin with C because it's actually Charles.
Oh right, okay.
It's Charles Kip Ringer, but he took the R off Ringer and changed it to Winger.
Okay.
Chicken Winger.
But it was, if you go to KFC, it's Kip Wingers.
Kip Winger, please.
Excellent.
All right then, guys. Nice to have you on.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having us.
I hope we'll have you on again.
Definitely.
Especially when you're massive, and then you can give us some more views on our little podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
And then,
Brilliant.
Don't forget to send David a free T-shirt for his automation slogan. I'm sure he'll catch you at a gig.
Hopefully, guys. I'm definitely gonna have to try and get some Planet Rockstock tickets. I think. So me and
get him at the Dragonfly, man. It's only at the corner.
Yeah.
I'll have a word with Nick. See when we can get in there.
Try and get a warm-up gig.
Yeah.
Well, that might be an idea. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. He's opening. I think he said he's open back up in June. So that might. When's your first gig?
End of July.
There we go. Perfect timing, isn't it?
Yeah, you need a warm-up gig.
think we need about 10.
House band.
Yeah,
Brilliant. No, I wish you all the best, guys.
Yeah,
And
cheers.
I can't wait to hear the album.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be good.
All right. Cheers,
Great
guys.
stuff.
awesome. Thank you
Cheers,
very
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah, speak soon. Take care, guys.
Right,
Be
man.
safe.
Take care.
Ta-ra.
Sure.
Bye.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it's gone.
I love the last bit where everybody just sort of like freezes and smiles. Just does that. It's great. Isn't it? Yeah, they're going to be interesting to listen to, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're going to have a very unique sound, I think. So,
Yeah.
And you know, it must be good because for them to get onto Planet Rockstock, that is massive. That's major. That is.
Sorry, I'm just yawning on camera.
That's all right. That's all right. See, ordinarily, it would have just been on me.
It would have, yeah.
Top saying you could have done all this in the background, whatever you wanted.
I know, I got to behave myself now. I'm on
I know.
camera all the time.
That's right, yeah. So yeah, that was good. Yeah, it'd be nice to follow a local band
Yeah.
and to follow them through the process. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, nice. Okay. All right, then, Dave.
Right.
We'll give this one a happy ending,
Yeah.
if you like.
That's it.
And I'll see you next time.
Yeah, well, I'm hungry now. I'm going to go and have some chicken wings.
Yeah,
Get the munchies now.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
chicken wing.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.